Hey, this is Mike Fowler from the forums. Follow me at MikeFowler93 on Twitter. And this is Married to the Games with your host, Tim Tiger Claw Router, Tim No Side Missions Hall, and Gabe Hootie Patillo. Take it away, guys.
Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. You know what it is. It's them kids and wives and 9 to 5s, but we are still married to the games. 081. Yes, sir. How you guys doing out there? It's your boy Gabe Patillo with Tim Router and Timothy Hall, of course. And as always, we are talking games and life and games. We're here. It's early. The weather is beautiful outside, and we are enjoying it. However, this is Kids, Wives, and 9 to 5s. This is a family show. We kind of try to encompass all things family with a hard slant towards gaming, a super hard slant. And so with that comes some life sometimes. Games and life and games. And unfortunately, Tim Router had some life hit this week.
Oh, man, thank you. Thanks for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. So we want to
it's been
publicly say that we are sorry and feel your pain. Please tell the people
thank you.
What's going on.
No, that's very, very cool. On when we got back from vacation last Sunday, our sweet dog Maggie wasn't looking too good. I mean, she just kind of looked really depressed, actually. She just kind of had this mopey eyes and what have you. And she was staying with my in-laws, and my in-laws were saying that she wasn't eating, and she was just kind of not very active. So, Monday morning came around, and I'm working early, and Lauren comes out at like 7 in the morning and says, Maggie peed the bed. Like she was on our bed, and she stayed there like the whole night. So she was just really lethargic. So we're like, all right, we're going to take her to the vet. So we take her, and they just do some initial tests. They actually keep her because she hasn't been eating, so she was anemic, so they put an IV in her. And we go on and do our thing, and they call us later saying, hey, I think what we need to do is do an ultrasound, but we don't have the technology to do it here. But there's this great place. It's an emergency place called Blue Pearl, which is right down the street from where our vet is. And she said, you need to go in there, and then they can do the ultrasound. So we come back to pick her up, and when the vet is bringing her into the room, she collapses and just starts yelping. So she essentially had a seizure right then and there. She was like, we were all, poor Lauren, she was just freaking out, but our vet was awesome. She's like, all right, everybody just kind of pet her, keep calm, quiet voices. And she came out of it, and she was fine. It was really just weird. And so, we picked her up. She came out of it. She was fine. We picked her up and took her over to the ER. And just to make a long week shorter, they did a bunch of tests. She stayed there Monday and Tuesday, and then we got her back on Wednesday. And then they wanted to do a follow-up on Friday and Friday morning. So I took her Friday morning. Because the doctor who had done all the scans and stuff over at the ER, wanted to just, check up on her and see what was going on. And they did some more blood work just to see if her platelets were okay. And, she came back okay. And I brought her back to the store about Friday, at 11 o'clock or so. And I come home with Piper when she naps on Friday afternoon, which was like around noon. Lauren calls me at like 1 o'clock saying, hey, Maggie just collapsed again, and she's not getting up this time. And we're like, oh boy. What we determined during the week, what they had determined was that she had what's called right heart disease. And she also had pulmonary hypertension, which means that she's not getting enough. She's not getting enough oxygen in the places that she needs it. So that's why she kind of collapses. It's not a seizure. She just kind of faint. It's kind of a faint. She's still aware, but it was kind of a faint. So Lauren takes her to the vet because she's not getting up now. And So my sweet in-laws, thank God they live 5 minutes away, not even. My father-in-law comes down to watch Piper while she's napping, and I run over to the vet. And during that time, I'm texting with Lauren, and she's like, "It's not looking good. She's just drooling, and she's not getting up." So we get there, and the doctor's assessment was that she's been throwing clots all week, and all of these different tests that we've done, the ultrasounds and stuff, leads to believe that the clotting is originating from her lungs. And when you, for anything with lungs, you basically would have to open up a dog to, do tests and do all this other stuff. Apparently, this last collapse on Friday was a clot to her spine. So she's now not just throwing clots in her lungs, but she's throwing clots to all of her, extremities, and her, now it's affecting her spine. So she wouldn't have been able to walk. So we made the really hard decision, and it was the day that I haven't been looking forward to. I know it's coming, but it was just one of those things we were dreading. And we deliberated in there for an hour. We were both crying. It was a mess. But the doctors, I can't tell you how amazing those people were. He was basically giving us all the different scenarios that we could get. And the main thing that Lauren and I had always said was quality of life, not quantity. I don't want to know how many weeks she has. I want to know if she's going to be able to do the things that she enjoys and likes to do and is going to be comfortable doing it. And in this case, she would be in this hospital for probably 2 weeks, still wouldn't be able to walk. She'd have to come home, have round the clock care, and it still wouldn't solve the problem of what's making her throw these clots. So, I mean, he said, and the doctor was like, I can fix the clotting solution with blood thinners and that kind of stuff, but that's not going to fix the problem. So she was, so at about 4:45, she went down, and man, I got to tell you, it was super peaceful, and it was the right decision. And I think Lauren's still struggling a little bit with it, but we've been talking about it a lot more. It's like, should we have kept her? Our actual vet, not the ER vet, but our actual vet called me yesterday or so and said, "Hey, I just wanted to check up on you guys. We loved Maggie. You guys totally made the right decision based on everything that the doctor at the ER sent us." So it was, man, it was definitely the way to go. She was in our arms. They came in with, they were so pro about everything. They brought her in and she looked good for a second, but then when they laid her down on the table, she was breathing really heavy. She even had like a little breathing convulsion while we were there. And the doctor comes in and, he's got his little needles put together, and she already had a catheter in her arm, and he just put it down, and it was boom, instantaneous. I'll never forget it. It was really peaceful. It was weird, but of course it was really sad. But so we had to put her down after 13 years. So it's been a rough weekend. We just kind of didn't do anything on Saturday, and and then Sunday we kind of got back in the swing of things and did some stuff. So it's been it's a healing process. We've really lost a member of the family, and people who don't have pets just don't get it. And she was our first pet for both of us. I never grew up having a dog, and nor did she. And we had her for 13 years, and 11 of those years it was just the three of us. And before Piper came, and man, I'll tell you, having a dog is really good practice for having a child, because you're taking responsibility for something or somebody else, and it puts you in, once you're a pet owner, it puts you in a different mindset. So it was really good. I cannot thank everybody enough. Well, the community just came out when I told everybody on Twitter. They just came out and rallied around us. And man, I cannot.
It really did.
I really, and I thank you guys. I know Gabe, you and Tim, you guys both sent me texts, and I just can't thank you enough. It's just been awesome.
Well, I told Krista, and she had mentioned that Maggie was the sweetest dog she ever knew. She's like, I didn't even hear that dog bark.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was around that dog so much.
She's been the store dog for Lauren since day one. And she's only barked at that store like less than a handful of times. And most of the times when she barks, it's because other dogs are around and she wants to feel included. If other dogs are barking, she'll just bark. It's hilarious.
Right. She's like, me too.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So
me too.
So she was really sweet.
And she had mentioned the one time too when she was there that Maggie like walked down the street or something by herself.
Yeah, she walked down by herself, and in fact, Gabe, your guy's friend, Heath's wife Lori, was the one that found her. And brought her back. She was down by Starbucks in downtown Franklin. She's like, I'm just gonna grab a coffee, whatever. And she brought her back, and that's how we got to know actually Lori a lot better. And in fact, Lori came in yesterday with some cupcakes because she has a dog too, and I know Lauren and her have been talking about it. So they're super sweet people. But
that's
yeah,
awesome.
I cannot thank the community enough. It's just been really cool to just be like, oh man, everybody's just kind of feeling our pain. So it's been good. So needless to say, no gaming has still progressed. I've still been in the throes of work too, and that's a really great distraction. It's just a lot of work right now. The great thing is, and I tweeted this, was on that Friday before I took her back to the store, I stopped at GameStop to pick up my second son. So she was with me to pick up second son, which was awesome. I haven't opened Second Son. I have not turned on my PS4. I still have to update. I'm sure I still have probably a boatload of software updates on the PS4. I have not turned it on in 2 months. So
right.
So
it's a shame.
I am hoping by next week I will be caught up on some work and I will start gaming again. The only games I've played, I did get a little bit with Piper the other day, a little bit of Mario Kart in. I let her see it for a little bit and she loved it.
Oh, that's funny.
And I've really just been playing some iOS games, like still Candy Crushing it, loving Smash Hit.
Yeah, how you like that?
Love it. It's great. It's better on an iPad than it is on a phone. But I'm also playing Little Tree Friends. They have this Deadeye Derby, which
what is that?
It's
Little
hilarious.
Tree Friends.
Yeah, it's these cartoon characters. It's
is it like, Happy Tree Friends?
I'm sorry. Yeah, Happy Tree Friends. Thank you.
I didn't even know it was a game. So.
Yeah, they
it's
made
like
a game
kart
called,
racer. Or?
You're a cart and you slingshot the opponent next to you and you connect with other people and it's kind of fun actually. It's really fun.
Nice.
So just been playing a few little iOS games here and there, but that's pretty much it, man. But I like I said, I can't thank the community enough. You guys have been awesome, and it's been really, really good. So thank you.
That's awesome.
And that's me. Hall, over to you.
I was not in the mood to pick up multiplayer this week for Mass Effect.
Oh, for Mass Effect?
Yeah, I was informed that I'm close to getting the war asset amount, so I don't have to play that much multiplayer. I was really just not in the mood to do that this week. I've been kind of bogged down with work and stuff, and I really wanted to play a single player game. So I hopped into episode 2, Burial at Sea.
Nice.
For
good.
BioShock. Yeah. So far, I like it better than episode 1. The story. Be prepared for the story to get a little bit more confusing because it definitely does.
There's a shock.
Great.
Yeah, not much of a shock.
Exactly.
But, it was different than I expected. Like basically, when they were like pitching the game, like episode 2, I was under the impression that the gameplay was going to change a little bit, so they were going to try to do some different things with you playing as Elizabeth. But essentially, it's a lot like the main game. It kind of feels like you're controlling Booker, only you hear high heels walking instead.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it is kind of funny. But I will say that it is, to me, the gameplay is a little closer to what the original BioShock was. You do a lot more sneaking. It kind of felt like in the original BioShock that you were not nearly as powered as you needed to be, so you had to do a lot more sneaking and
yeah, you're talking about the first one.
Yeah, like managing your assets and stuff like that. Like I really kind of,
That's for sure.
I don't typically like to sneak in games, but
no, I do.
I like.
You sure don't.
No, definitely not. But I liked the way that they did it because they kind of incentivized it for me. to where like I only had a certain amount of ammo and I couldn't really waste it. So I had to kind of sneak around.
They forced you into it, didn't they?
Yeah,
That's kind of cool though.
That was definitely a smart way to do it. And with Infinite, I kind of never felt like I would run out of anything. So I was always just like, you know,
No, because you had Elizabeth. They're like, here you go.
yeah, exactly. I was just blowing everybody away. And I'm not gonna get into spoilery territory, but I will say, like I said, that it's a lot like playing the first one, especially because you're in Rapture too. That's not a spoiler. So you're going back to the original location. The gameplay feels very similar. They're not really giving you a lot of ammo or resources to work with. The one thing I will say that's pretty cool is that they give you these like poison darts. So you have a crossbow and you can shoot the guys with the poison darts, and then once they're down, you can go pick them up from them. So that's kind of a way to not waste any of your ammo because you can just take them out silently and then run up and get your arrow back. It's almost a little too easy in that regard, but I've been kind of working my way through it silently, and it's really helped out. They do tell you while you're playing though, like you encounter a big daddy, and they say, you know, you're basically the game lets you know you're not going to beat this guy. Like you don't even try. It's not going to happen. So that's kind of a different approach because with the first one you could actually take them on, and after you got the right weapons, it was actually pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
Whereas in this one, it tells you up front it's not going to happen.
So what do you have to do? Sneak by them?
Yeah. I mean, basically, you're coming into kind of larger rooms than the original game. The original game was a lot of corridors. This game is a little bit more open. There's some locations from episode 1 in this one, like from Barrel at Sea episode 1. And so you're kind of coming out into larger open spaces, and they also give you some vigors that make it easier to work with. So Elizabeth also getting vigors. Like I said, it just makes it easier to work with. So
cool.
Nice. Yeah, it's a lot of fun though. I mean, I think I'm probably getting close to the end of it, but I paid $20 for the season pass, and it was well worth it.
Good. So you're getting your money's worth. That's awesome.
Definitely.
I'm glad to hear it's good.
And Krista and I have been watching a lot of stuff on Netflix. I know this is kind of not game related, but it kind of is. You know, going through the couple of seasons of House of Cards was pretty good.
I heard that's good.
Man, I heard that's so good. I got to get into it.
Very, very good. Orange is the New Black. We watched the season of that.
Yeah.
Maybe this isn't as related to games as I thought, but we were on the...
You're like, I was holding a controller while I was watching it.
Yeah, cool. Exactly. I was channeling video games.
There you go.
No, the reason I mentioned it is because, you know, sometimes we'll mention like comic book characters and stuff like that. We were on the front page of Netflix looking for something new to watch because we had finished those other 2 shows, and saw that the first season of Arrow was on there.
Yeah.
Have you guys watched that yet?
I've heard good things about it though.
I can't bring myself to watch it because it looked so bad.
Yeah.
See, that's
but
the
everybody
thing.
said it was good.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Yeah,
I
I heard from everybody that it was great, so I was like, okay, I got to check this out. With the reservation that it is, I think, a CW show.
Yes.
Exactly.
So you kind of have to go
Flag
into that
up right there.
Yeah, you have to kind of go into it thinking like a teenager, kind of.
Even though so was Smallville, and I actually really enjoyed Smallville.
Yeah, I did too.
playing.
So but I was a teenager, so I guess
Exactly, me too.
why.
Actually,
So made perfect sense.
But yeah, like you kind of have to go into it with that mentality because some parts just feel like cheese. You're like, come on.
Right.
But the story seems to be pretty neat, so we're enjoying that right now, and I'm sure we'll be through the first season very quickly. Kristen and I tend to watch a couple episodes of whatever show we're watching. Like we'll watch a couple episodes a day or something like that. So we'll get through it quickly. You'll hear my my thoughts probably on the end of season 1 next week. So
nice.
Wow.
Patillo.
Hi. What have I been doing?
How was your show in North Carolina? Is that where it was?
Oh yeah, North Carolina. It was good. It was good. It was fine.
Okay, good. We'll move on. We'll move on.
No, it was good.
It was good. It was good. It was good.
You're doing good.
Come on, buddy.
So want
Still
some ice
working on
cream?
that novel?
Oh my gosh, that sounded a lot like it just said. That was really good. You're good at voice.
protagonist. Oh, so good. Sorry, I don't know what made me think of that scene, but that was
Family
hilarious.
Guy, man.
Yep.
Oh gosh. I tell you what, you already can't believe anything you read on the internet. Hardly.
Oh, really?
You throw you throw April Fool's Day in there.
Oh,
Man, yesterday I'm looking because I look at game news, probably realistically, probably every other day. Really good. Like some weeks it's every day, but man, you get to April 1st, you're like looking at everything with one eye closed, like, really?
Yeah.
You don't believe anything.
Come on.
I got 2 words for you. Come on. That's why I tell Jenny if I'm trying to get her to do something that she won't do, I'm like, I got 2 words for you. Come on.
nice.
So I just been writing a bunch, writing songs, because that's what I do for a living, part of the time. And the weather's been beautiful the last couple days here in Nashville.
Yeah.
So just trying to be outside.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
don't get used to it for too long. We still have that weird April moment. It's going to drop to only
El Nino.
Yeah, it's going to be only 60 on Saturday.
Oh gosh,
60,
which is probably
is that
warm
all?
to probably warm to some of our listeners. I sent out the Second Son scarf.
Oh, sweet.
Seth Roy. And what else happened? Sit back, Tearaway finally. I kept that game for so long. The guy that let me borrow Tearaway, so I finally sent that back out. And then I think we are redoing our kitchen.
Wow, nice.
And I'm like kind of excited about it because we're doing it mostly ourselves.
Oh,
but
wow.
That sounds fun.
when you're redoing a kitchen, one of the main things you got to redo is the countertop. And that's not cheap.
No.
And so that sucks a little bit, but we really like the countertop that we picked out, and it's the last day of a sale that Home Depot's got going. And so like you can upgrade all this stuff for free. And so we were
that's
like,
great, man.
We were like, and I asked the lady like, hey, does it get better than this? Like, is there a better sale coming? And she was like, this is the best sale we do. And then kind of looking online and at other people, I'm not finding a huge difference in price between like other people that do countertops. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we wanted to get quartz is what it's called, countertops.
Yeah.
They're like scratch resistant, heat resistant. They have 15-year warranties.
Baby resistant.
Baby
resistant. Yeah. Trust me, a baby will crack their head open on a quartz countertop.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
The countertop's winning that fight. And so, so we're going to go buy that today, I think.
That's awesome, man.
I just hate spending money like that, bigger sums of money. Ugh,
I know.
That's funny because like looking at houses, we're like, yeah, if the kitchen could be done, that'd be great.
Exactly. See,
Yeah,
that's right. Kitchens sell houses.
It really does.
Yeah, they do.
Also,
And you know what's crazy? Just like going through right now, like there's not much of a difference in a house that doesn't have a kitchen done, like price wise. It's kind of ridiculous.
But it makes you feel like you're getting more when the house is done. So you feel like you're getting more bang for your buck.
Oh my goodness.
Gabe, are you guys doing cabinets and stuff too, or are you just focusing on countertops?
We're not doing we're painting our cabinets.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's the way to go. Are you sanding them and staining them, or
we're sanding them and painting them?
Okay.
Are they?
We're doing like dark on the bottom, light on top.
Nice. Are there a lot of grooves in the cabinets, or is it flat panel?
Yeah, but we're gonna spray them.
Oh, nice.
like with a paint sprayer, not with like a can of spray paint.
All right,
You're outside like
fabulous. Gabe's going to get high on that one.
Exactly. It'll work
This
on
has
my
been
graffiti.
Home Improvement Tips with Gabe Patillo.
That's right.
This Old House with Gabe Patillo. For those that remember Bob Vila.
That's right.
Yep.
And man, doggone it if I haven't dove back into that freaking Assassin's Creed 4.
Yeah. It'll get you.
So it'll get you. And dude, I promise you, and this was genius, and I don't know if they did this on purpose or this would be a hook for people, but when those islands change color and say, hey, you've completed everything here, all of a sudden I want my whole map to be that color.
That's what I do. That's how they get you.
Doggone it. So all that twinkle twinkle that I said I just passed by on my playthrough, I'm kicking myself now because I'm like, oh, I should have just got these when I was here.
Oh,
That's
crap.
the completionist in you. It's a completionist dream. This game is a completionist dream.
Dude, I am mad about it.
I looked at my sealed copy of that this week and I said,
Not yet, right?
not yet. It's not time yet.
It's not time.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
So, you know, what am I going to do? I'm back playing that. But my second son is in the mail. I bought second son 3 days ago. And so, it should actually be here like today or tomorrow. So you guys be looking out because I'm streaming that junk when it gets here. So I'll be streaming that. And then I'll go back to everybody's like, you said you was going to stream Outlast and we ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah.
Well, 20 of y'all have seen me stream the first little bit Outlast. And then when Router comes over,
Yeah, we'll do a
we'll
hookup.
pick it up and we'll do something.
Absolutely.
So, anyway.
Do
I
it in
think
the
that's-
dark at night.
Yes.
Oh, yes. That'll be great.
Yeah, and I can have a blanket and be cuddled up behind Router as he plays.
In a diaper.
And I not being able to explain to him at all what buttons he's supposed to be pressing because I don't remember. I know you can run. You can't even punch in that game.
No, you can't do nothing but run.
All
right?
you can do is run. Yeah, it's stupid. Stupid game. That's a stupid game. Then I have I got my taxes we're doing today.
Yeah.
And that's so much fun.
Yeah, another joy.
Mhm.
And that's it. So
That day that Router couldn't get me his track from Disney, I went ahead and, since I was already up, I just went ahead and finished my taxes.
There you go.
So
good
boring.
job. So boring. Oh my gosh. It's incredibly boring. So we're going to talk about some April Fool's stuff today. I got April Fooled yesterday. Should I save it or should I tell you now? It's not a big deal.
Go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
Freaking Stancil.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh.
He texted me yesterday. He's like, dude, because I don't know if anybody knows this. He's from Tennessee. He's from East Tennessee. And so we've always talked about like, oh man, how cool would it be if we lived in the same city? Because he's just a really cool guy. And so he texted me yesterday. He's like, well, it looks like we might be neighbors after all. Nashville, here we come.
What?
And I was like, what? And like, you know, this whole thing, like emotions flooded me because I was like, well, that's awesome. He's moving to town. But like, did he get fired? Did he quit? Like, what happened?
Yep.
Why is he not doing that anymore? Is his family okay? Is his wife all right? Are the kids going to be okay moving? And blah, 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 blah. Yes, I mean, he's going to be here, but I'm trying not to be selfish. And then he just texted after I was like, what? He was like, April Fools. I was like, oh, I hate you. I was like, I said, if I didn't respect your family, not you, but your family so much, I'd be cussing you out over text message right now.
That's right.
What would be even better is if he was like, yeah, Sucker Punch is moving to Nashville.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
that'd have been.
Yeah, but then I guess
He
you would
knows I wouldn't believe
known.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah,
believe that crap.
that wouldn't happen.
that would be amazing.
Well,
So-
I'm giving away my second son now. Thanks, Stancil.
Exactly, please. We're all giving them away. So Stancil, if you're listening, you're
Good
getting
one.
a shiv next time I see you.
That's right.
He
Good
added
quick
me
shiv.
on he added me on LinkedIn, and I just sent him a message, and I was just like, "Freaking Stancil."
That's right. That's all you can. That's really all you can say is freaking Stancil.
Yeah, why say more than that?
Yep.
All right.
That's awesome.
Timothy Router.
Oh,
Tim
yes.
Router.
Oh,
Gosh,
yes.
I'm mixing your names up all over the place.
It's not hard.
It's really
yeah.
not.
You got it?
I got it.
Let's do it.
Before you reminded me of something, so before I forget, Noah Patterson, I still owe you a Dragon Age 2. I will be sending it out to you. Don't worry. It will be, hopefully this week I'll try and send it out. But you had said
Tim's been going through some things.
Yeah,
Just a little.
few things
Little
going
grace.
on, and he was totally cool with it anyway. He's like, no, I'm in no rush. I still got to get through a bunch of other stuff. So I'm like, okay.
Well, it's not
sweet.
like Dragon Age 2 is like the hot game. So I'm sure he's
exactly.
okay.
Especially for me, I was like, yeah, okay, I'm done. Yeah, no problem. All right. Now that that's out of the way, new releases this week. I need to apologize because last week I did say Batman Arkham Orange's Blackgate Deluxe Edition was coming out. That was, I believe, for UK consumers. It's actually for the US. It's coming out this week for PS3, Xbox 360, Wii U, and PC.
Well, it got
No
twice the
problem,
mention.
brother.
So
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. So Batman Arkham Orange's Blackgate Deluxe Edition.
And that
is
is
out.
just Xbox 360?
No, PS3, Wii U, and PC.
PS3. Whoa,
Yep.
whoa, Wii U.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Wii U always gets some Batman love, it seems like lately.
Yeah, exactly. A couple other ones. We got MLB 14 The Show for PS3 and Vita.
People love that game, boy.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. Ragnarok Odyssey Ace, the launch edition for Vita and PS3.
Mm-hmm.
Mercenary Kings for the PS4. And then they're also doing a Sports Pack Volume 1, which has MLB 14 The Show and NBA 2K14, and that's available for PS3. And then the one that we've all been waiting for, Goat Simulator for the PC.
Right. Always want to be a goat.
I know, right?
I'm so excited now that I get the chance to do that.
It sounds so interesting. But I love the description. Goat Simulator is the latest in goat simulation technology, bringing next-gen goat simulation to you. You no longer have to fantasize about being a goat. Your dreams have finally come true.
Yes. Have you watched any gameplay of either of you guys watched any gameplay of that?
No.
I have not.
No.
That game is hilarious.
Yeah, it just sounds hilarious.
It's like a joke on purpose. Like, I mean, it's real buggy and it's people are clipping in and out of the walls all over the place. People getting stuck in midair.
Nice.
The animation's like, I mean, real bad, but it's just like, you're just this goat and you go around and you can headbutt stuff and you can get hit by cars and you can terrorize the neighborhood. There's no real like story to speak of. You're just like a goat.
Yep. It sounds
smashing
like
stuff.
A dare that just went way too far.
Yeah, exactly. I bet you won't make a game about being a goat.
I bet I will.
You'd be like, I bet you don't know me very well.
Oh, that's
Terrorize
awesome.
the neighborhood. Would you really be terrorized if you saw a goat walking around your neighborhood?
No.
I don't know. You ever seen one walking around your neighborhood?
Good point.
Yeah, good point.
Thank you.
I'd like to.
I had to save a goat on the side of the road because his head was stuck in the gate, in the fence.
What?
Yeah, it's near our house. There's a little house that has like 12-headed goat or something like that. And I'm driving and there's this goat trying to pull his way out, stuck. He had his head stuck there. And it's one of those square wire gates. So
wow.
I get out and I come toward him and somehow he magically like Houdini'd out and was like, boom, gone.
Houdini.
What?
Like he basically just I think he kept pulling back and then he was like, oh, I just need to tilt my head this way as I'm coming. Maybe he just freaked out. He's like, I gotta go. And he just
Gotta get out of here.
He just tilted
All right,
his
no
head
more
and
fun. Got to go.
popped right out. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to like pry it and try and get his head back in. And he was just like, nope, I'm good. And he goes right back out. There's my goat.
funny.
There's my goat story for you.
I like it.
Anyway, so that's it for new releases. A little lean on the new releases this week, but let's get into some top selling games. This is for brick and mortar stores, US only, week ending March 22nd. Here we go. Number 10, Dark Souls 2 for the PS3. Number 9, Dark Souls 2 for the Xbox 360. Number 8, Minecraft for the Xbox 360.
My goodness.
My craft goodness. Number 7, Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zero for the PS3.
Man, I saw that at Redbox the other day. Do you think I could hop in and play this one?
I've heard that it's like an hour.
What?
Yeah, I did hear it's very short.
So not only could you hop in, but you could probably finish it in a one day.
There's no way it's only an hour.
That's what people on our forums are saying.
Isn't it supposed to be the setup for Phantom Pain?
It is.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are saying that there's some side stuff. So you can kind of draw it out a little bit, but they said the main story is an hour or less.
All right. I might hop in that thing just because it looks so
it does look good.
Yeah.
Just looks good.
Number 6, making its debut, Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD remaster.
Oh, nice.
For the Vita. That's interesting. That's our first Vita game.
That's right.
Number 5, Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes for the Xbox One. Number 4, Titanfall, Xbox One. Number 3, Final Fantasy X, X-2 HD Remaster for the PS3.
Hey, can I tell you something?
Yep.
I know you're never going to get through this top 10 because I keep interrupting.
It's all good.
So Persona's cool, and maybe somebody needs to talk me off the cliff, but it hasn't got its claws into me yet.
Okay.
And so I might jump ship for that Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, why not, man? If you're not feeling it, then that's fine.
I was going to say, if Final Fantasy
okay.
X wasn't out, you might feel different because you wouldn't have anything else to play, maybe.
Yeah, crawling up my back.
Yep.
Hey, buddy, remember high school? Let's play.
That's
or whatever it came out. It probably was after high school. Now I think about it. Sorry, go ahead.
No problem. Where was I? 3
Number
Final...
2.
Okay, so number 2, Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes for the PS4.
Ooh.
And, of course, the number 1 game. Congratulations to freaking Stancil. Infamous Second Son PS4.
Boom, baby.
Rock the house. Basically, it did 370,000 units compared to the number 2, which was Metal Gear, which is 165,000 units. So it pretty much doubled. So it definitely took over. So congratulations to Sucker Punch and freaking Stancil.
Mm-hmm.
Cannot wait to play that game. Hopefully soon. Hopefully within this year would be great.
I know. I should check my tracking right now to see where mine is at.
And so there you have it.
I love that.
Yep.
Also, this week, keep listening. I don't know if you guys remember The Last of Us. We tried to give it away like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and nobody ever got in contact with us.
Yeah, I was going to say, did anybody get back in touch with you?
Nobody claimed it yet?
So we're giving it to somebody else. Boom.
And that somebody is?
You want me to say right now?
Yeah, go for it. You just mentioned it. You might as well.
Cool Nerd.
Yeah.
On Twitter at I am Sean Vaughn. Hit us up. Let us know you're listening and you heard your name shouted out. You're getting The Last of Us.
Come on down.
A new Last of Us.
Sean Vaughn the Don. Come on down.
Yes, right. I am Sean Vaughn the freaking Don. The cool nerd.
Could you see them like doing that at the beginning, or like The Price is Right, where you have to guess the price? They bring out a copy of The Last of Us and they're like, $59.99. You got it exactly right. You get $1,000.
That's a no-brainer.
That'd be so frustrating because people can't do the same price. So the next person's like, 60. And the other person's like, oh shoot,
$59.98.
Yeah, $58. Actual retail price is $59.99. You're like, oh yeah, thank you. That was suspenseful.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Duh. No, they wouldn't even have. They wouldn't even say the price. Like it'd get to the end of everybody guessing, and then all of a sudden, all those crazy alarms would go off, and they'd be like, "Oh, somebody has it right."
Oh yeah, right on the money.
Right on the money.
Hilarious.
Oh Lord. Well, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, I'm glad to give it away. I'm tired of seeing it sitting there on my nightstand,
taunting you.
Hall.
Yeah,
give us something.
Oh boy. just right after April Fool's Day, let's go ahead and do a rundown of some April Fool's Day stuff.
I like it.
Now, as Gabe had mentioned, you don't know if this stuff is true or not. Some of it is just hilarious.
Right.
But, when you see something crazy, I guess, on April Fool's Day, I mean, you pretty much know.
Of course.
But I love how, companies are getting very convincing with stuff.
Or if it's something you've been hoping for on April 1st.
Oh, my gosh.
It's not true.
I saw a story release that was like the Last Guardian review. And I was like, nuh-uh. Clicked on it, and it was like, lols.
It was like, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. You're like, I got rickrolled again.
There was a couple years ago where YouTube just changed every video to rickroll.
Yep.
Was it every video?
Every video.
It was every video.
You know how much money that guy made, whoever wrote that song?
Not that much. He said, streaming royalties are so terrible that the day that YouTube did that, I only got $400.
Oh,
no way.
Yeah,
I mean, they are pretty bad, but I would have thought it'd been more than that if it was every video on YouTube. It
was either 400 or 4,000. I don't remember.
Probably 4,000. That's still low.
But it was hilariously
Hey,
low.
that's not a bad gig for doing nothing.
I know. 25 years after the song came out.
Doing something 25 years ago.
That's like when your son graduates.
Boy.
You're like, oh, man, I'm glad I did that thing 18 years ago.
That's right.
When Krista and I were at the grocery the other day, that song came on, and we were like, really? They just added this song to their catalog because it's funny.
Yes.
I would.
Anyway, to get to what I really was talking about. Yeah. Did you guys see the Pokemon Google Maps thing?
Oh, man, that was awesome.
That was so fun.
Man, I missed that.
You could catch Pokemon on your Google Maps. I hope they just leave it up.
No, they didn't. They took it down already.
Oh, come on.
I think it was just till today.
It should be like Pikachu.maps.google.com or something.
They did this big commercial. It was like, hey, we're looking for a Pokemon master. And of course, they didn't say that right away, but you see these different people creeping in the tall grass or climbing this mountain. And what they were doing was they were locating a place on their Google Maps and then bringing up a different window in their phone, and they could see through augmented reality a Pokemon.
Awesome.
And so they would use their phone, kind of throw their phone a little bit, flick it, and it would send a, ball out, and then it would capture the Pokemon, and then it'd be like, Pokemon call. And they were like, can you catch all 150? And so obviously it was April Fool's, but it looked awesome. I was like, man, can we get some augmented reality games going on?
I know.
That would be
sick.
Everybody has a phone with a camera.
Please.
So they could do augmented reality games.
Bring it. It must be way harder than we're thinking.
I guess.
I know you say with such disdain. I guess it's hard.
I guess. I mean, come on.
You got complex algorithms. Let's get it.
Yeah, if any company were to do it, it would be Google.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because
they
do a lot of things that make no money.
So. Nah, you said doo-doo.
I was just going to say that too.
They have a lot of duties. So.
Good one.
And so what happened was they ended up just kind of dumbing it down to you could get on Google Maps and zoom in, especially in San Francisco, and you would see little Pokemon all over the place, and you could click them and catch them. And there's 150 throughout the world, and I highly doubt anybody's going to catch all of them jokers. I mean, right? Nobody's going to catch all of them.
Well, if they were in just America, I bet you could do it, Gabe, on tour or something.
Oh, yeah.
Be like, hey, pull the bus over so I can get this Pokemon.
I got to catch this Pokemon. People be like, what? I'm like, nothing,
what?
Just pull the bus over.
They'd be like, okay, we were fine with you playing alone in the back of the bus, but okay, now
it's too far.
Now
it's
getting
a little
far.
Crazy. Nice hat. I'm just kidding. All right. What's
IGN released a video with Titanfall Optimus Prime DLC.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It was incredible.
It was freaking awesome.
And a brilliant idea. Titanfall needs to do that. Have Transformers.
I don't see why not. They have a new movie coming out. That would be perfect promotion for the movie and perfect DLC for the game.
Oh, when I saw that, I was like,
brilliant.
Yeah, you just want to hope. Like, that's when April Fool's Day jokes go so well that you're hoping it's real.
Yeah.
Did you watch the commercial?
Yeah, it's awesome.
It was pretty well done.
It was awesome.
What?
It was. There was definitely some time put into it. Some time, some care.
That's an expensive and or time consuming April Fool's joke, though. That's for sure.
There were a lot of companies doing some like they were putting some work into their April Fool's stuff. But I mean, it's good promotion. So
sure,
because we're talking about it right now,
dude. Yeah, I was Optimus Prime DLC. Perfect. Oh my gosh.
There was a couple more that was pretty funny. Mass Effect Garrus body pillow at the BioWare store.
That was funny. That was funny. They just need to make that a reality. That was so funny.
Yeah, that just needs to happen.
That'd be so cheap for them. They should just do it.
Yeah, people would buy it.
I would.
There were a couple modes that got renamed in Call of Duty. I'm not sure which modes they were, but they got renamed to YOLO, Pew Pew, and Bro, Do You Even Cap?
Nice.
That's probably the one I'd have to play.
Yeah, that's funny.
There was a Final Fantasy version of Thief in Japan, and they had the battle screen. Yeah, like old Final Fantasy. They had the battle screen, and all you could do was steal or run.
Wow,
I thought that was pretty funny.
That's good.
Steal or run.
And one more, Smash Brothers got Nestor DLC.
Right?
Gabe, do you remember Nestor?
I remembered his name, but not. It was funny because when I came across a story, I was like, "Wait, who is that?" kind of thing. But I wasn't like, "Oh, that's Nestor."
Yep, Nintendo Power.
He was a character from the magazine, right?
Yeah, every week that they would have like a page or two with like a comic of him.
It was somebody and Nestor. Like was the comic was somebody and Nestor. I just don't remember who it was, but
I think
he was
and
he was going to be in Smash Brothers. That's so funny.
And he had his own game on Virtual Boy.
Oh, really? They loved him that much.
Nestor's
put him on the
Funky
Virtual
Bowling.
Boy. Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So it could have been anybody, of course. Could have been Mario's Bowling, but
exactly, and they just changed it out. IGN always comes with it on April Fool's Day.
Yes, they do.
I don't remember if it was last year or the year before, but they did a movie trailer for like a Zelda game.
That was like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I think.
No, was it that long ago?
It was old. At least 3.
Golly.
I think I remember Krista and I like lived in Ohio when we watched it, I think.
I feel like they were the OGs of the online gaming community's April Fool's jokes. Like they always did them with such polish.
Yeah, they really were. I mean, IGN was kind of like the first internet gaming hub, I guess, if you will.
The first big one.
Yeah.
And one of the first big ones. I don't want to offend anybody, but they just always would come with the April Fool's jokes. Oh my gosh. So good. All right.
The Zelda one was really good too.
Yeah, it was good.
And it kind of like made you wish that they would actually go through with that.
Yeah, you're like, can you please? But just not with these actors. Games with gold, we obviously always give it up for PS Plus, and we never want to leave out games with gold when the games hit. And April 1st through 15, Hitman, Absolution, games with gold. And then April 16th through 30th, Deadlight. So go get you some free games. Y'all know I like Hitman. I've always liked those games, even probably when they weren't very good. But I liked this one as well. You should go play it. It's awesome. There's so many different things you can do, different ways to complete the mission at hand. And let us know what you guys think if you download it and play it. It's free. Might as well. Right? All right,
yes. If you have Xbox Live Gold, go ahead and play it. If you don't have Xbox Live Gold,
it's probably $5
may not be worth
on eBay.
Signing up. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not worth signing up just to get it. But Hall, give us-
I noticed that a lot of people on my friends list had lapsed their Xbox Live Gold.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I don't know if there's just not anything that they're looking to play multiplayer wise. I think the last game that I played multiplayer on 360 was Tomb Raider.
Oh, really?
That was a
I never did the
long time
multiplayer
ago.
on that.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Was it
Uh-oh.
really?
Yeah.
Some bad news for us that have been waiting for forever for Watch Dogs. You know, you always hope and pray that these companies are going to release a demo. And Ubisoft.
Yes, Ubisoft.
Yeah. Ubisoft. Oh, we got a hard time giving to us on our forum because I always said Ubisoft, but Hall always said Ubisoft, and Hall's smarter than me, so I defaulted to the way he said it, and somebody got on our forum and was like, guys, Ubisoft. Not
No,
Ubisoft. Ubisoft. So Ubisoft will not be releasing a demo for the Watch Dogs and says it wants to use all its manpower to tweak the game to get ready for the summer release. Which
Wow, man. Because they already pushed it back.
I know.
so much,
That's
and
why I was
they're still-
frustrated.
Yeah, they're still not ready for it yet. It's like, then push it back more. You might as well just make it a year now. Like it's supposed to come out in May,
No.
and I'm
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, it was supposed to come out in November.
Well, yeah, originally it was supposed to come out in November, but then they pushed it back, and then the release date, they had the trailer, May 27th. I'm all excited, and then now they're not releasing a demo because, man,
I know.
that means A, they're scrambling to get it done, which means there might be a lack in story quality there. They may rush things here and there, and that could suck.
There may be another delay.
Yeah,
I hope, please, Ubisoft.
I know, man.
Come
I've
on.
been dying to play that game.
Yeah, come on, Ubisoft.
Now you say
More
it
like-
weird.
More like you better get your button gear.
Exactly. Please. We want this game so bad.
Something that concerns me a little bit, and maybe this isn't a big deal, just coming from like an industry that does release software, it's a lot easier for some software pieces, like for instance, ones that come from companies like mine. Like it's really easy for us to do a demo because we'll just like, put a trial in there, like a time thing or something.
Right.
But for game companies, it's a lot harder because they basically have to engineer a stage, if you will.
Yeah, that's true.
So they have to put a lot of work into it. And something about demos too, people are always like, well, put a demo out, because that'll sell copies of the game. Well, demos typically also
Ruin the game,
Yeah,
too.
they basically keep people from buying the game sometimes.
Yeah, that's why I don't play them.
Yeah. Because
Unless it's
if you
a game
go,
I'm on the fence on.
well, if you go into a demo and play it and you're like, man, I really don't like the way this game feels and I can't see it getting any better, you're not going to buy it. So
Yeah.
whereas if you didn't play the demo, you're like, man, I really want to try that. I've heard good things. And so like if you actually put money into it, you make yourself go through the game. Whereas if you're playing a demo real quick, you're like,
We're
not
done.
really feeling this.
Yeah.
I could see that. I just think like with such anticipation, and it does scare me. I'm like, wait, is this game not about to be any good? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah,
what all
that's what
are
scares
you
me
guys
too.
changing so much? It's supposed to be out
That
next
you-
month.
Right. That you delayed it, what?
6 months.
6 to 8 months. I mean, that's a long time.
It was supposed to be a launch title with the
Yeah.
PS4. That's crazy. I don't know if anybody remembers that.
Like we've said, I want them to get it right. Take all the time you need. The last thing I want is that they delay, and then because of, they just feel like they need to get it out, then they rush things and it sucks.
Right.
I'd much,
That's true.
like I said, I'd much rather have them take their time, and if it has to delay more, that's fine. But
Yeah.
throw us a bone, something.
Yeah. Hall, you got something else?
Of the few things that I have left, I think probably the most interesting thing would be that someone is hard at work on an Xbox 360 emulator for PC.
I saw that.
Huh.
It's called Xenia, and it's by Ben Vinick. It's funny that it's called Xenia because there's a town near where I grew up called Xenia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's where Dave Chappelle is from, I think. Really? Yeah, he was. It was funny because he would always talk about his hometown and stuff, and I'm thinking like, oh yeah, I know. You know, it was about 20 or 30 minutes from where I used to live. So
crazy.
But anyway, yeah, Xbox 360 emulator running on PC. Now, I will say it's running an Xbox Live Arcade version of Frogger.
Right, it's barely doing anything yet.
Yeah, at this time, it's very early in development, but it is interesting to see that somebody's kind of pushing that progress along. And I wonder if we'll ever see like a fully working 360 emulator for the PC.
I don't know. Would that be a good thing?
Yeah, my only thing is why bother? You have a PC.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Because the game,
and I would imagine that you would have to have a pretty decent PC to run it because typically you have to have 4 to 5 times the power of your of the console to actually emulate it.
Right.
So I wonder about that.
And I'm sure PC gamers are like, well, what's the point? We have what we want. But you're right. PC gaming is so expensive, and if this is a way to emulate a console and hopefully do it efficiently enough that anybody could do it with your typical, with maybe even all the native software on a PC, then great.
It would be cool if they had seen a way to get an Xbox 360 emulator on there so that people could play, go buy 360 games basically and play them on their PC.
Yeah,
because they're DVDs. So it would be neat for PC gamers to be able to do that, to at least play some of the exclusive games.
Right.
But then again, I mean, I guess it's a lot less trouble to just buy a 360 at this point because they're so cheap.
Yeah, that's true. I may even get a 360 at this point.
Yeah, for Christmas, I wouldn't be surprised if they're like $79 or something ridiculous.
If they're that cheap, I'll buy it just to play Titanfall.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If that ever comes out on the 360.
I don't think it'll ever be $79.
It was $99 last year.
Was it really?
Yeah, $99 arcade bundle.
What was the storage? How many gigs did you get?
4, I think.
It was the 4 gig one, but that's the thing is if you buy all disc based games, you're not really losing out on anything.
That's true.
Yep.
Some games like Halo 4, I think won't let you play. I think it won't let you play multiplayer or something or co-op, something like that.
Huh.
Like some games have weird restrictions if you don't have a hard drive in it, but I mean, I got my 360, like my newer one. I bought it with just the 4 gig storage on board, and I went and bought a 120 gig hard drive for like $20.
Oh, so, nice.
Exactly.
Yeah, take it for what it's worth.
2 things real quick before we get into some questions. There's a 14-year-old kid in San Francisco. Actually lives in Nevada, which a lot of people don't know where that is. But he suffers from a strange blood disease. And so the Make-A-Wish Foundation hooked him up, which I freaking love. I don't even know much about the Make-A-Wish Foundation, but every time they're the dudes, they're doing something awesome. And so I appreciate what they're doing. We've had a couple Make-A-Wish Foundation kids come to the show, and they do it right. They line it up. It's professional, and I mean, you have to use everything in your power to keep from crying. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So they got this kid. He was a huge gamer, loved the NBA 2K games, got him over to 2K games. He got to like sit down with like the developers and talk to them about ideas and for 15 and for the franchise, just from like a 14-year-old's perspective. And I thought that was really cool because I think that kind of wisdom is priceless, but I think adults don't heed that stuff as much as they should. Because I think if a 14-year-old is your demographic, 14 to 18, then you maybe listen to a 14 or 18-year-old. But, hey, what do I know? And so he got to go over there. He got to get freaking motion captured and like put in the game. Awesome. They put his face in the game, so he got to like play as himself and stuff like that, and put his name on the jersey, put him in a Heat jersey, number 23. And so it was just really cool. And his friend went with him and said he hadn't seen him be that happy in forever. And so that was just really, really cool that those guys took time. I mean, he got there, the elevator opens, and like the whole team's there just clapping for him and welcoming him there.
That's awesome.
Oh, gosh, it was so awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, so go check that out. I don't really know what it'd be under, but maybe Make-A-Wish Foundation and 2K Games or something like that. And then the trailer for The Wolf Among Us, A Crooked Mile came out for episode 3. And I cannot wait for that game. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the trailer dropped.
I didn't even know it came out.
Go watch the trailer. It's spoilery if you haven't played episode 2.
You did play episode 2, right, Gabe?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I did, yeah, for sure.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so we're all caught up now. All of us are caught up on Wolf Among Us now?
Yep. I'm not caught up on Walking Dead, though, unfortunately.
Oh, boy.
Episode 2 is really easy to do in just one sitting.
Yeah.
It just hooks you.
Oh, yep. I'm probably going to do episode 1 and 2 in one sitting.
Yeah, you
will. So that's all I got. You got any more, Hall?
Nope.
We're in that weird phase, man. Like we've had one big title release come out, and then and now everything just kind of sits for a little bit until later on.
There were a few news items, but it just sounded like PR
super
spinning
regular
Yeah,
wheels.
the regular stuff.
PR justifying their jobs. So.
Well, we got to put out something.
Exactly. Somebody say something real quick. Well, you guys know where to find us. Facebook.com/married to the games, Twitter.com/MTTGcast. I am Sean Vaughn. Hit me up and I will send you your Last of Us copy.
And it's Ubisoft.
It's Ubisoft.
Thank you for setting the record straight. I've been saying it Ubisoft for as long as I can remember. So
have you really?
Yeah.
That means you didn't have any gaming buddies growing up.
I think you could get away with it either way.
Yeah, it's Ubisoft. I'm just kidding.
For now, it's you better get my game going. That's what
you better get my game out.
I don't care any which way you slice it. It can be better get my game going, but it can be you be better getting my game on now because I want that Watch Dogs.
Better get my game out.
Yep. Better do it. Better funny. Get on that.
So yeah, man, thank you guys for listening. Let's get into some questions.
We're going to start with some email.
Oh, shut up.
Our boy Scotty Lindsay. I know I'm late to the party with his story, but it was too funny to not share. My best friend in high school, Tim. Man, there's a lot of Tims
my goodness.
in this community.
It must have been the baby boom. The baby boom generation was like, what about the name Tim? Oh my gosh, that's perfect. Timothy, I love it.
Brilliant.
Nice and strong.
Anyway, okay. My best friend in high school, Tim, was playing The Secret of Evermore on the SNES. In the game, you not only name your own character, but also your pet dog who follows you around.
Nice.
For whatever reason, he decided to name the dog Butt Nugget. What made it even funnier was that every time you died in the game, it gave you a message letting you know that your characters had perished. So instead of game over, his screen would say, sadly, Tim and Butt Nugget were never seen again.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's good. That's awesome. That's a good character name.
I was thinking about it the other day. Can you guys remember who the OGs of naming your characters was? What I think it was. I guess it's not a fair question because it really comes down to what I think it is. And I'm just asking you guys if you guys think it's the same thing. Yeah. Do you guys remember? I think when I say it, you're both going to be like, oh, yeah, that's right. You ready?
Hit it. Yep.
The freaking Oregon Trail.
Mhm.
Do you remember Oregon Trail on computer?
Yes, I do.
And you would like 98% of the people I know that play Oregon Trail named everybody after themselves and their families, and then they slowly died off as you make your way to Oregon. Oh,
man.
gosh. Such and such dies of pneumonia. Such and such got chicken pox. Oh my gosh. That was the OG of naming people, I feel like.
You'll be happy to know that my username on Happy Tree Friends, that Deadeye Shootout, is Tiger Claw.
It better be Tiger Claw.
Yep. Everything is Tiger Claw now. So I am so thankful that
you better play Fallout 4 as Tiger Claw.
I will play Fallout 4 as Tiger Claw. From here on out, everything is Tiger Claw.
I love that.
Right.
Tiger Claw, Tiger Claw.
That was so great.
Thanks, Scotty.
Thank you, Scotty, for that email. That was awesome. Let's move on to Facebook. No, sorry if I ruined this one.
Yes.
Burnaby Mares Yenny. I know he's posted before, so please forgive me if I screw up your name, and feel free to Facebook me if I get it wrong. He said, "Good games to start the wife into gaming?" ? He says, besides Mario. So what would be a good game
besides Mario?
Besides Mario.
Yeah. Besides Mario.
It took all our options away.
well, hey, Gabe, let me throw this to you too. Like, because I was thinking about it the other day. What would be the first game you're going to let Amara play? Because I don't know. Like, I know, man. Like, I would love Piper to play Mario Kart, but I think it's a little bit too much right from the get-go. She needs to do some sort of platformer.
You know what might be good for a grown woman? Maybe. Only because I had like female friends that were in their 20s playing it. The Sims.
Huh. Okay.
That's what I've heard.
Because you can decorate, you can fall in love, you can do, get your baby taken away from you by social services. So I would say try, and it's on the iPad and iPhone. So I don't know, try The Sims maybe. It's slow. It's not like a gamer's game. It's not like a gamer's game. Like, hey, I'm a gamer. Oh, really? What do you play? Sims? Like that never.
Right.
That conversation never happened.
You don't get street cred with that.
Yeah, you don't get street cred with Sims, but it might be something to slow roll her into getting addicted to video games.
Yeah.
Or like
console
Farmville
games,
or something crazy.
Well, console games, I was thinking like Family Feud. There was a Monopoly game that was pretty good.
Family Feud? Is there a new Family Feud?
There's two for PS3. There's Family Feud and then Family Feud Decades. Both are good. So
that's awesome.
Oh wow!
And I would think always like we experienced the Just Dance series, like that kind of stuff.
Just Dance,
baby.
That will always get people, especially parties, hooked into that, and then you can kind of shuffle from there. But yeah, I'm just trying to think of like.
You could always throw like Skyrim and see if they bite at it.
Oh, I think they would laugh at us.
Man, my wife would never, ever.
My wife would laugh at me
that.
like, "What is this fantasy geek stuff?"
Oh no.
And I would love to say do The Walking Dead because of the story, but it's zombies, and most wives I know are like, zombies.
Yeah, they're over
they're
it.
not. They're either over it or just not into it anyway. That's a good question, though. I don't know. I mean, obviously Mario is always a go-to, but
yeah,
I bet The Walking Dead would be good on like the iPad. As a first gaming.
What about Wolf Among Us?
I would think Wolf Among Us less than Walking Dead.
Yeah, that's true.
I think neither of those.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
All right, E.T. it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
gosh, I'm going to think about that for the rest of the day now, thinking of games that to get a woman into it. 2-player things always are good too, like Ebe and Ob. I think it's what it's called. Ebe, Ob, Orc. I think it's called Ebe and Ob. IBB, OBB maybe. And it's like a platformer, and it's 2-player, it's cooperative. It's like, lack for better term, it's cute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's colorful. Yeah. So maybe something like that. Or a button masher. Is there like a colorful button masher that they could just play that they feel like they're doing something? They're like, yay, look, I did it. And you're like, yeah, you sure did.
Yeah, you sure did.
How's that book coming? So yeah, good question.
Yeah, that was good. Sticking with Facebook, our boy, I haven't I haven't got a question from him in a while or posted it. Our boy Paulo from Brazil, he's got a quick fire for us.
Hey,
I always love me a good quick fire. Here we go. Number 1, open world or streamline? Open world for me.
Streamline.
Ooh. I don't have no idea.
Streamline with reservations. Like, if it lets me go out and do a
streamline.
few things, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. That's kind of I'm like open world with restraint.
There you go.
So I'm
All right,
the opposite of I'm like, Infamous and like those games like where it's a big sandbox or Assassin's Creed, but I don't need like Skyrim. That's too big for me.
Yeah. You could get lost.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Number 2, first or third person perspective?
Third.
I actually like third too, I think.
I kind of go back and forth because, like, playing BioShock right now, like, I love the
That's a good first person anyway. Yeah.
And when I play Skyrim and Fallout and games like that, I always play with the first person perspective. So yeah, I guess I'll go with that.
I played Skyrim with third person.
Did you really?
Yep.
Yeah, I just couldn't do it.
I did it for a little bit, and I'm like, no, I preferred the first person better.
You know what my reasoning was? I was like, wait. So I took all this time to put this character together and I don't even get to see him? Oh no, I'm gonna see him. And then you get to see all your different weapons and things when you change. And
yeah, I mean, that's kind of neat.
It is kind of cool. Number 3, co-op or versus multiplayer? Oh, I'd kind of want to do co-op just because it's more fun with somebody with you.
Co-op.
I typically would lean co-op just because I'd be playing with a friend if that were the case. Whereas competitive multiplayer, I'm typically playing with people I don't know.
And like
12.
Winning is, I mean, it's all right, but for me,
I don't know. It is a pretty good feeling when you finish first on a round of Call of Duty or
how many
something.
times though?
Not very often.
No, but what I'm saying is like, let's say I'm playing versus somebody on my couch and I'm winning every time. It depends on if I'm playing a gamer or a casual gamer
versus, just versus like random people. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I thought he was asking like with a buddy. Sorry. Versus online, but with a buddy co-op.
Yeah, I like that. And then the final one is Xbox or PlayStation. Just kidding. Please don't. Ha 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 ha.
Both.
Yeah.
Let's freaking get our game on. I don't care either way.
That's right. Yep, exactly. Moving on to Twitter. At Kenzit the Zombie or Roger Smith. I have a question. Do you like chicken nuggets? Why, yes, Roger Smith. I do love me some chicken nuggets.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, I didn't know that there was people. I didn't even know that was a question.
I have to say,
it's like, do you obey gravity? Like, yeah,
yeah, of course. I actually like Wendy's chicken nuggets over McDonald's. It's got a little bit more. It's a little bit more.
It feels like there's more something to it.
Yeah, and it
feels like it's actual chicken.
Yeah, it doesn't feel so lab created.
It feels more like Southern fried. It's got like some pepper in it. It's really good, actually. I really enjoy that.
Let me tell you, Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets.
Oh gosh, those things are good.
Sir.
Those chicken poppers.
Drop the mic.
Oh
yeah. Paul just dropped the mic.
Actually, yeah, you can't though. You can't hate on the popcorn chicken over at Sonic either.
Oh,
it's really good.
I gotta try that.
Oh, please just try it. I'm not saying it's gonna be better than Chick-fil-A, but it's still really good.
That's good. Love me some Sonic. Delvin Cox at Delvin Cox. My birthday is Wednesday. Can I get a happy birthday shout out from the team, especially Tiger Claw? Boy, you got it. Happy birthday, even though it'll be Thursday when this is coming out. It's all good, brother. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. Okay, we can't sing anymore. We're going to pay for it.
Happy birthday.
Go, shorty.
It's your birthday.
It's your birthday. There we go. We ran the birthday gamut.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's awesome. Happy birthday, Delvin.
They say it's your birthday. Sorry. Okay. One more.
That's good.
It's just funny that all these birthday songs exist because they exist to bypass the actual birthday song.
Exactly. Which is the most boring birthday song ever.
Exactly.
Well, it's licensed, so you can't use it without paying for it.
Of course.
Hysterical.
That's funny.
At Super Lobster 06.
No way.
Rob Goddard.
I love that.
If you had to become a Batman villain, who would you be? You cannot turn the character good either. They have to be evil.
Oh, shoot.
Batman villain. I don't know.
Superman? Because they fought for a second.
Yeah.
I'm up in the air between like Two-Face, because I liked him.
Yeah, I like Two-Face.
And then obviously the Joker, only because he was evil for evil's sake.
Right.
For no other reason than just to be bad.
Yeah.
Because he's crazy.
I
like the Joker because he's crazy, but at the same time, like, he's a genius. You know that he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
There's never a moment that you feel like the Joker is like, getting taken, basically. Like, he always is on top of it.
Yeah, he's always a step ahead.
I think it's unanimous, boys. I think we got Joker on this one.
Oh my gosh, we are the silliest Batman fans ever. We're like, the
seriously.
Joker.
Batman
or the most
fans
generic.
are like, gosh,
you idiots!
I know.
And anywho,
I could be this guy. I was born in the dark.
Hey, is that the voice you used for BioWare?
No, heck no.
Yeah, I was going to ask if that was Sean Connery.
Yeah,
it's a little Sean Connery, a little Bane.
There you go.
I was just trying to do it clear. That's the only reason, and loud.
All right, let's go at Mr. Ham 111, Lucas Ham Swisher. What's up, brothers from other mothers?
Yep.
So, what's the best April Fool's joke you have ever done or had done to you? Really great question, because yesterday...
Shoot, that was going to be my question for everybody.
Oh,
He stole it.
Stole it.
It's okay.
Oh. Okay, well, here's a good one, and it just happened yesterday. So I come back from running some errands back to the store, and Lauren's like, babe, we need some help. She said there was a customer that tried on my wedding ring, and it fell down the bathroom sink.
No way.
And I'm like, okay. So I go in, I open up the sink drawers, and I'm like, well, it's probably just here in the P-trap. So I see if I can manually unscrew the nut that's where the P-trap is.
She let you go that far into it?
Well, yeah, and then the drain pipe cracks.
No.
So now we can't use the sink. So the April Fool's joke is on her, because now we got to get a plumber in. Because I'm not going to touch it, because it's old. It's like that old metal piping, and I don't know how the building is. I don't want to mess with it. I'm sure I could do it, but I don't want to mess with it. So I'm like, you know what, babe, joke's on you, because guess what? You got to pay for a plumber now. So April Fools, back to you.
I was kind of hoping that story would end with you like going and getting like a plumber's toolkit and studying. Right. And
I was ready to go, man. I was like, okay, let's see if this nut. Let's see if this nut can. Let's see if I can unscrew it manually. And I was like, I was ready to go and grab some tools.
And then afterwards, you add plumbing to your services repertoire.
That's right, baby.
Hey, I can do your website, but I can also do your plumbing.
Yeah,
exactly. Whichever one you need.
No, I had a bad experience at the store where we flooded half the store because the cold water valve broke off and water was shooting at my chest. Freezing cold water, might I add. It was shooting at my chest. I had to plug it with my hand until, like, I was in that bathroom for like an hour trying to plug it, freezing my butt off. My hand was starting to bruise, water everywhere, and they couldn't find the shutoff main. It was actually upstairs in the building.
That's funny.
So they finally got it. Oh my God, that was
funny
a disaster.
And bad at the same time.
Yeah, it was horrible,
exactly.
And that's why I don't touch that stuff anymore at the store. If it's my house, I know where everything is and I can do it. But no way, not touching it, touching it. So April Fools to you, my dear. You get to pay for a plumber.
What about you, Hall?
Man, I don't think I'm trying to think. Go, Gabe, go.
Oh man, I mean, I already told my story with Jason. I got stancelled.
Yeah, you got stancelled, definitely.
I got stancelled yesterday.
Man.
He's getting an uppercut to the chin bone.
Uppercut.
Tiger uppercut.
Body blow.
Nice. I'm sure there was something great that happened like while I was in high school or something like. Oh, you know what? There was we were watching a movie or something, and it was I was at the movie theater. It was on like April Fool's Day. This was like 15 years ago, maybe. I'm not sure. It's been a while. But like they like stopped the movie and shut all the lights off.
No way.
Oh, wow.
And it was like,
was it a horror movie or anything?
I can't remember what movie it was, but I remember that being pretty funny.
That's good.
That's scary.
When it did that, there was like some guy up front. He was like, "Focus,
Focus.
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 Yeah, you remember the old days of going to the movie theater when they like had the guy up there actually running it. It wasn't a machine.
Oh, yeah, and it gets
like,
all blurry.
Yeah, it would get all blurry, and you'd have the guys focus, or whatever.
That is really
so like everything shuts down. The theater's just like, and the guy's like, focus.
I'll never forget. It was when Independence Day was released. I was at the beach, and they have a movie theater there, and the movie theater is a little bit older. And right at the moment where, spoiler, where Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum are in the alien ship and about ready to launch the nuke.
Yeah.
Film breaks and melts. It just
yes,
goes.
that happened to me in Free Willy.
No.
Wait, did I just say that out loud that I went and saw Free Willy?
Yes, you did say that.
Shoot, I got caught up in the moment. I got caught up in the moment.
No. Free Willy. That's amazing.
Got it.
Was it at the most like impactful part when he jumps over the
it was at
jetty
it was
or
at the
anything?
very end when the Michael Jackson song
That's
was going
amazing.
on. And it was like,
Nice.
hold me
And you're
like the river. I was like, oh, what just happened? That's the weirdest effect.
as you're wiping the tears from your face because you just saw Free Willy.
Yeah. Or I was such a huge Michael Jackson fan, I still had my eyes closed and was singing the song, didn't even recognize the movie had shut off. I'm like, everyone's taking control of me. Seems like the world's got.
Free Willy, that's awesome. All right, let's move on, shall we?
Yeah. Hall's probably got to go. Hall, do you need to go?
Yeah, let's move on, but let's make it 4 minutes.
Okay, here we go. All right, I got a few. At Shea Kerrville, do you have any siblings and do they game? I have one brother and one sister. My brother used to, and my sister thinks they are dumb.
Nice.
Sorry, Shay.
Your sister's dumb.
Yeah, you know what?
Kidding.
What's funny is I don't think we've ever talked about our family in depth. I don't think our community knows that much about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I figured it was a good question to ask. I have an older brother. He's 4 years older than me. He lives here with his wife and 3 kids. And he doesn't game, but I'm trying to get my nephew a PS3, or a PS4/3 or something so bad. But Dan's kind of on the fence about it right now, just with him being 13. And he's at that age where he wants to play some serious games. And like, as soon as Dan gives the go ahead, man, I'm all about spoiling that boy.
Hey, tell Dan I got 2 words for him. Come on. Come on,
Exactly.
Dan.
Exactly. I'm with you. But no, he doesn't game, but his son does. And boy, he's going to be gaming with me. That's for sure.
That's right.
Once I get that green light, boy, it's on.
That's a cool freaking kid right there, man. I like that dude for some reason.
Yeah, Liam is awesome.
Good question.
How about you?
What about you, Hall?
All of them do.
They do?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Gosh,
and you
I'm
have
so
how many?
jealous.
How many brothers do you have?
2 sisters, 1 brother, and they all do. And my
That's so
brother
cool.
lives here in Nashville, and my sister lives with her husband. They're military, so they live in
Nice.
Clarksville.
Nice.
Yeah, my
Dang
sister and I share a PS Plus account. So, like, basically, since PlayStation has that game sharing, we can log into the same account and just download the games. So,
That's great.
but
That's
when I get a
awesome.
PS4, I'm gonna have to, we're gonna have to both have our own. Obviously.
You're going to have a come to Jesus moment with her. Be like, look, I love you and all.
This has been fun.
It's been a ride. That's awesome.
My brother used to game a lot more than he does now. I have a little brother, and which is weird to say because he's like 27, going to be 28. Still be calling him little, but he doesn't really game. That's the
There
end
you
of
go.
my. That's the end of my story.
All right, we'll do 2 more. One of them's really quick. At Drew Roland 82. Not a question, but Gabe needs to play thief. One of the guards uses in his line, It sure is cold out here.
No way.
No way.
Somebody has to videotape that and send that. Videotape that.
Yes.
Good Lord, how old school am I?
Yeah, I know.
Somebody has to
Somebody
record
hook
that.
up
Put a
your
VHS
VCRs to the
tape
coaxial.
in.
Somebody grab your Super 8 and let's go. And somebody just record it on your TV.
I know your
No,
shoulder's
please.
sore, but go ahead and bust that video camera out. Set it on your
That's
shoulder.
right.
When you
That's
get a
right.
high score, take a picture and get it developed.
That's sorry. Let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
Somebody record that scene and send it to us, please.
Yeah, PS4 share
That would be
junk.
amazing. I'm dying to hear that. Okay.
And I'm telling you,
yes,
there should be
please
one in
put-
every game.
Record it and put it up on YouTube and send it to us.
On YouTube.
Nice. Oh,
Touche Hall. Well played. Okay.
YouTube.
Last one. At I Dream in 16 bits. Favorite opening cutscenes to a game.
Oh,
I still love Legacy of Kain Soul Reavers on the Dreamcast opening scene. For me, honestly, I love how Far Cry 3 opens.
oh yeah.
Love
Yeah,
how
it is pretty cool.
that is a great way to start a game. So
that
I'll go
thing's
with
like,
that one.
let's get it going. Let's do this
Yeah,
thing.
it's like
Yeah,
boom,
that's
boom,
awesome.
boom. Let's do this.
I love that too. Friggin' Final Fantasy VII, hands down. Nobody's even close.
Oh yeah, that's a good
When that
one.
thing first hit at that time, you were like, what? This is amazing. Yep.
Man,
There-
yeah, that was revolutionary.
What
there
about
it is,
you, Hall?
folks.
Hall,
Yeah,
what's
I'm
yours?
gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to agree with Gabe
There you
Right,
go.
you
I
are.
knew you were going to.
Got to.
and Metal
You guys-
Gear Solid.
You guys talk so much about Final Fantasy VII. It's crazy. Like, I just wish that they would come out with a game that's like Final Fantasy VII so we can stop talking about Final Fantasy
That's
VII.
never gonna happen, Jack. It came
I
along
know,
at
it's
too
not gonna
perfect
happen.
time.
I know, and it just sounds like they just haven't gotten it right since that.
They haven't gotten it that right. They've gotten it
There
right,
you
just
go.
not that right.
Yeah,
If that
I was
makes
gonna say
any sense
7 was
whatsoever.
like perfect place, perfect time, and it just was too much. Like it's so hard for them to match that feeling that everybody had, and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
Nice.
But they did
That's
say,
it.
Square Enix did say this week, I didn't write it down to bring up a news, but they said they're getting back to basics. And they're going
Uh-oh.
back to focusing on the RPGs, the JRPGs.
It'll be released in like what 2020 at this point.
Exactly. So, but I was happy to hear that because hopefully their love is renewed for the genre and they freaking bring it. I
Well,
would
that's
not
it
be
for the
mad
questions.
at that.
That's right. Thank you, everybody, for sending in your questions, and we appreciate it. We love it. Keep sending us that stuff. We love talking about it, everything, and we're here. We are here for you.
Yes, that's right. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you to our community. That's so awesome and been so
Yes, thank
encouraging
you.
to one another.
Thank you for all the support, guys, this week. I cannot tell you how awesome that was. It meant the world to us. So thank you.
Yeah,
for sure.
And you guys tell your friends, man, to share this. Let's spread it out. Let's get more people listening. Let's get more people conversating with us. I know sometimes you want to keep it what it is. Like, oh man, I don't want to give up this community, blah, 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 blah. I get that. I get it. Let's not be like that. Let's spread the love. There's other gamers out there like us. We're not the only ones. And that's why we started this podcast, because we knew we weren't the only guys that were like, you know what, freaking kids and wives and 9-to-5s, we're still married to these doggone games. So thank you guys for all that you're doing and all the love you're spreading already. Giveaways start back up next week. Or this coming week, we'll be giving away some Xbox One games, followed by a PS4 game, followed by an Xbox One game, followed by a PS4 game, all care of The Score, thescoreonline.com. Check them out. We'll be giving stuff away and tagging them in it, so you'll see it. Thank you guys so much, Tim and Tim. You guys good?
Yep.
All good.
Well, I'm Gabe Patillo. That is Tim, the Tiger Claw Router. That is Tim. Sorry. I'm laughing because the intro for the show today, the guy uses a bunch of nicknames, and obviously it's Tiger Claw, I'm Hootie, and it's Tim never plays any side missions. Hall.
I love it.
And we married to the
non-side
game.
mission hall.
And we have out this thing. Peace. Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. You know who. Oh, God.
That's a
What?
first. Blooper reel. Blooper reel.
I don't know what happened. I just had a brain fart.
Oh, Hall, put that
That's
at the
hilarious.
end, please. We need to do like blooper reels. I think it'd be awesome.
Sorry, guys. I don't know what I just started looking at. Like something just caught my eye and I stopped thinking about what I was saying.
Mine?
All right.
It's so awesome.